Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes was directed by Wes Ball. It stars Owen Teague, Kevin Durand, and Freya Allan, and takes place very far in the future after the incredible last Planet of the Apes trilogy. In this film, a young ape goes on a journey that will lead him to question everything he's been taught about the past and make choices that will define a future for apes and humans alike. Last night, I was able to see this film early. Thank you so much to Movie Scene Canada for giving me that opportunity, and Owen Teague and Kevin Durand actually showed up there. It was kind of an insane night. They had the stairs painted, they had all this stuff set up for it. It was a really great experience, and I was really excited for this movie. I had never seen any of the Planet of the Apes films until about 3 weeks ago, and still to this day, I've only seen the last trilogy, which is one of the best trilogies I've ever seen. Rise is an incredible opening that has just one of the best third acts I've seen. Dawn is one of my new favorite movies, and War is like the perfect ending for it. So now we have Kingdom, which takes place in the far, far future, but still is very much attached to the story, especially with Caesar. And one of my favorite things about this film is the way they use Caesar as kind of this religious godlike figure. He is very much mentioned like the greatest of all time type thing, where everybody knows him and everybody interprets his words in different ways, and the way that they play with that in this film is really great. The visual effects and motion capture in this film is next to none. I am just blown away every single time I see this stuff. It is beyond my comprehension, and in this film there is not like a single frame where I'm like, oh yeah, I can see this is some like digital computer work. It really just feels like National Geographic type stuff. Now this film is incredible with its visuals, but I will say one of my biggest problems was the script. It felt very rushed. It almost felt like two films that were crammed into one, even though this is a 2-hour, 25-minute film or whatever it is. It was very rushed in the second and third act, which was weird because the first act was slow and they were building up some of these smaller characters, and I was like, okay, this isn't really that interesting, but whatever, I'll give the benefit of the doubt. And then it continues and it feels like it like flies through all these very important parts. For me, the characters in this film were not really that interesting. I like Noah as a lead. I thought Owen Teague did a great job. I think Kevin Durand did a fantastic job as Proximus Caesar. He was the best part about the film. His voice, everything he did with that character was really great. But there are a lot of other characters that you spend more time with, and they just felt like throwaway characters to me. I cannot remember some of their names. I really just did not care about them when they were on screen, which really sucks. And I don't mean to compare, but when you have the last Planet of the Apes trilogy with some of the most emotional, rich, and these deep characters, and then you go to this one where you don't really care about what's going on with the characters, it does feel like a drastic change. And with a film like this, you'll never be bored watching the screen because it's just a visual effects spectacle. It's incredible, but when you don't have as strong as a script and not really a clear direction on what they wanted to do for at least half the film, it does start to drag on a little bit, especially sitting at almost 2.5 hours. With all that being said, there are some incredible action sequences. I really liked when Wes Ball used an active camera and really followed around these apes and everything in their fights. There's a really great one towards the end of the film, but at the same time, there is lots of downtime with these characters and a lot of comedic relief, which I found funny at some points, but other times it just felt like they were trying to please the crowd, please a wider variety of people, and it didn't really feel necessary. With all that being said, I do believe the good outweighs the bad for this film. It is a very solid film. It doesn't really compare to the last three, but I don't think that's exactly a fair comparison. I had a really fun time with it. I know this has kind of split people so far. Some people really love it, and some people are like, it's okay. I'm kind of right down the middle, a little bit more on the positive side for this one. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes delivers with marvelous visuals and thrilling action sequences. Kevin Durand's commandy take on the tyrannous Proximus Caesar was by far the highlight. Although the characters were lacking and the script felt rushed, I still had a blast on this planet once again. I'm going to give Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes a 3.5 out of 5. Thank you again to Movie Scene Canada for letting me see this film early. It was a great experience, just all these nice surprises at this showing. It was such a fun time. And if you're planning on seeing this or have already seen it, let me know what your thoughts on it are down below. What is your favorite Planet of the Apes film? For me, it's definitely Dawn. And thank you all for watching. I will see you guys next time. Over and out.